Okay, guys, this Friday, the 30th of August, Star Wars Outlaws comes out on PS5 and on the Xbox. Let's have a look at the trophy list. So, Star Wars Outlaws has a total of 50 trophies, 1 platinum, 2 gold, 11 silver, 36 bronze. Nice. Starting with the platinum, Outlaws, unlock all Star Wars Outlaws trophies. Nice. And then we've got, oh, by the way, I've had a look through this list and I don't see any spoilers, so don't fear about kind of any story spoilers or anything like that. It wasn't me, a bronze, bribe an Imperial officer to clear wanted level 5. Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. A silver trophy for they live up to the name, clear wanted status by completing a Death Trooper confrontation event. So I guess these confrontation events are random events in the open world, maybe? Then when you've got a wanted status, you just kind of stumble upon one of these or look for it on the map and go kill these. Shoot first, silver trophy, defeat 6 enemies simultaneously using Adrenaline Rush. I think Adrenaline Rush is basically in this game, they've got Deadeye from Red Dead Redemption, if you know what that is, where you kind of go in slow motion. You can target loads of different enemies with headshots and then press a button and you'll shoot all of them in quick succession. So I think this is something where you're probably going to have to upgrade your Adrenaline Rush to get up to the ability to kill 6 enemies, but that's pretty straightforward. Bronze for no match for a good blaster. Fully upgrade a blaster module configuration. That'll come automatically. First collectible trophy, a bronze for got you something. Collect all Nyx treasures. So Nyx is the animal companion that goes around Kay, your main character, and he can do a lot of cool things, to be fair. He can distract enemies, attack enemies, he can pickpocket enemies, so he plays a big part in the stealth gameplay, and there are obviously places where only he can go into, so you'll have to collect his treasures. So that's an interesting kind of collectible. Another fascinating collectible trophy, bronze for Galactic Gourmet, sample all galactic street food. That's pretty funny. Might have to keep a list of all the places you've eaten at across the 5 planets. A bronze trophy, good listener, listen to the longest sob story in the galaxy. Not sure what, yeah, I'm not sure what obviously what you have to do, but maybe it becomes clearer when you're in the game. Maybe there's a certain character who likes telling their story of something and you've got to complete a side mission and then it activates this. I'm not sure, but I'll keep an eye on that. A silver trophy for experience outranks everything. Complete all expert quests. Excuse me. So yeah, that seems like a pretty straightforward side mission trophy. Probably the expert quest being the hardest of the side mission or the hardest of the missions, but let's see. And then a silver for adventure and excitement, a pretty traditional Ubisoft open world trophy. Discover all planet areas. So basically you have to unfog the whole map. I presume when you're going for collectibles and side missions and miscellaneous trophies, this will probably come naturally, but you have the speedster, so you can just ride around everywhere, I guess. Discovering all the areas. Bronze trophy for give me the good stuff. Buy an item from a merchant's VIP stock. I think that's a pretty straightforward trophy. Probably got to collect a lot of resources or whatever the currency is in the game to be able to buy the VIP stock. Old school cool silver trophy. Acquired the disruptor gear set. Okay, that's probably going to be things. I don't know how the gear is broken up. I think it's probably 3 or 4 items. And they'll probably be split apart in different planets. So it's just something you have to kind of keep track of as you do. Honest work, bronze trophy, complete 40 contracts. I presume all the syndicates give you contracts to do anyway. So I think that will be something that you probably automatically accumulate. And then we've got the faction trophies. So here we have got 5 bronze trophies in a row that are to do with the factions. So starting off with Cutthroat Politics, reach maximum reputation with the Pike Syndicate. Cloak and Dagger, reach maximum reputation with Crimson Dawn, what a name. What you see is what you get. Reach maximum reputation with the Hutt cartel. The Queen's word is law. Reach maximum reputation with the Ashiga clan. And then think I had a choice. Reach the lowest possible reputation with a faction. So this being open world and kind of, I think traditionally with Ubisoft games, you tend to be able to get platinum in just one playthrough of their open world games, from my experience of, like, you know, Far Cry and The Division, etc. I think Avatar was the same as well, the game that came out last December. So I think for me, this will be the trophy I'd probably keep an eye on. Like, once I've been introduced to maybe my second faction, I'll probably try and pop this trophy and get it out the way. Like, maybe piss off that faction and then get this, and then start working back on getting maximum reputation with all four. I think, like, again, I'm presuming, I don't know enough about the game, but I'm presuming even after you've finished the main story missions, these factions still give you quests to do and contracts, but got to get my hands in the game so I can figure this one out. But yeah, I presume these are not missable. And then another silver trophy for a gear set. So it's mine now. Acquire the Scoundrel gear set. Yep, pretty straightforward. Bronze trophy for stay on target. Complete your first intel chain. A bronze trophy for easy pickings. Pickpocket a customer in a cantina on each planet. I'm hoping there's only one cantina per planet, which means 5 cantinas, 5 pickpockets. But let's see. That's a pretty easy trophy you can just pick up once you've got access to all of the planets. And then we've got a bronze trophy for against all odds, win your first fixed Fathia race. I presume this is the speedster race, which I hope is fun. If there's quite a lot of races around the world, so that would be pretty cool on the speedster. That'd be a nice little side thing to do. No such thing as luck bronze trophy. Cheat and win a Sabat game against Lando. So I know Lando's been shown in some of the marketing materials, so that would be quite cool to go up against a Star Wars character from the original trilogy. And then we got there is no try, bronze trophy, get a high score in an arcade game. A bronze trophy for right back at you, defeat 20 enemies using items fetched by Nyx. I reckon this will be one that you'll probably accumulate. Yeah, looking at the game, you only have one weapon, which is your blaster. And you can play stealth-wise. I feel like it's one that I'll probably try and do stealth a lot of the time. So I think this will be one that you'll probably just accumulate naturally. Same with the next one, bronze trophy, how rude, blind 30 enemies with Nyx attacks. I think that'll probably be one that you accumulate pretty quickly. And then we come to what I think, reading this list, is going to be the hardest trophy in the whole game. So far, I don't think we've really had any hard trophies. It's a gold trophy. It's called Punching Up. Defeat each syndicate's capital ship without taking hull damage. So I guess that means you take on each syndicate at some point, probably when you screw them over or something. And you've got to defeat their capital ship without taking, by hull damage, I presume they just mean in general damage. I don't know, but yeah, that looks like it could be probably the hardest trophy in the game. Then we've got a bronze for might want to buckle up, fly into space in a fully upgraded Trailblazer. So I guess that's just fully upgrading your ship. Probably something you'll accumulate by the end of the game. I'll bet you have bronze trophy, defeat 20 enemies distracted by fast talk. Again, probably one that will come naturally. The heavier they fall, silver trophy, defeat a raider to clear wanted status. So I guess a raider might be someone who chases after you when you're in trouble and you've got the wanted status high, and then you just got to defeat them. A bronze trophy for sometimes I maze even myself. Defeat an enemy ship after doing a loop maneuver. So I guess with this one, you damage the enemy ship until it's like maybe one shot away from destruction, and then you do your loop maneuver and then shoot your last missile at it. I guess that's my presumption. Bronze trophy for Never Tell Me the Odds. Defeat an enemy ship without dealing the finishing blow with lasers or missiles. This one I don't quite get. Maybe there'll be other ways to defeat enemy ships. Maybe there's ways that you can get them to follow you and then you can kind of head them towards a meteor or something. I don't know, but yeah, that'll be one to figure out when playing the game. I've not seen too much of the outer space flying section, so I don't know how like the ship combat is. I'm very intrigued by that. Into Darkness, Bronze Trophy. Defeat 10 enemy ships inside the Kajimi Nebula. Okay. That's one to kind of just chip away at. Maybe it's one that as soon as you access the Kajimi Nebula, you can just probably grind this out. I don't know. We'll see. Like a Bantha, Bronze Trophy. Perform a perfect landing with the Speedster. I call it the Speedster. It's the Speeder. Yeah, Speeder. Ignore me. I'm not sure what a perfect landing is with a Speeder. I don't know if there's like jumps around the game, a bit like GTA and Arkham Knight. That would be quite cool. So let's see about that one. And then we got a Bronze Trophy for Galaxy Drift. Perform a 30-second power slide drift. Okay. Pretty cool. This is getting me quite excited for the Speeder gameplay. Especially the next trophy. Don't get cocky. Bronze. Defeat 5 enemies with adrenaline rush on the speeder simultaneously. So I guess you'll have to be on your speeder, racing away, hit adrenaline rush, and then tag 5 enemies. I feel like this will be a straightforward trophy. You just got to find a good location where there's 5 enemies, kind of almost not in a row, but standing near each other, and you can do it quite quickly. Silver trophy for Into the Mainframe. Slice 10 advanced terminals. I know that there's quite a few hacking mini games, like lockpicking mini games for these. There's the lockpick mini game, which I'm hearing good things about, to be fair. And there's one where there's some form of puzzle game you have to figure out to open a terminal. I think in accessibility options you can turn this all off so it happens automatically, but I don't know if that affects the trophy. So I'd probably try and pop these trophies before I turn that off if I get bored of it. But let's see. Bronze trophy for Slice Like You, slice 20 terminals. Surely I think that's just going to come automatically. A bronze trophy for Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Disable an alarm using a security terminal while the alarm is active. Okay, that might be one you have to look out for. It might be one you actually end up doing by accident. Get Rhythm, bronze trophy. Pick 20 locks with the data spike. Yeah, the lock picking mini game is, I think, getting a lot of praise. I've heard it's pretty good and quite fun. It's all about the rhythm, so maybe the haptics and the controller play a big part in that. So we'll see. And then Made It Somehow, bronze trophy. Acquire a blaster, a starship, and a speeder. I just feel like this is an automatic story related trophy because those are 3 things you definitely need for the game. And then Tip the Scales, bronze trophy. Complete all main quests on Tashara, story related. One job at a time, bronze trophy. Complete all main quests on Kajimi. Making Friends, bronze trophy. Escape from Jabba's palace. That's going to be fun. Bronze trophy for Rare Friends. Complete all main quests on Tatooine. Bronze trophy for Spiked. Liberate the original Super Viper droid. That sounds a bit maybe... I don't know if that's a story related one, or if that's maybe a side quest, miscellaneous, not sure. Silver trophy for complete all main quests on Akiva. So if that's a silver trophy, maybe Akiva has the hardest quests, or maybe the final act of the game. The Director silver trophy, learn Sliro's secret. And then a silver trophy for Eye on the Score, complete all main quests on Canto Bight. Again, same as Akiva. Maybe these are the 2 hardest planets that you access last. And then finally, gold trophy, calling in some favors, destroy the Revelator. I presume that's like the bad guy's ship. I don't know. So having a look at some of the notes on PowerPix's amazing website, the trophies confirmed there will be at least 5 playable planets and moons. Tashara, Kajimi, Tatooine, Akiva, and Canto Nico or Canto Bight. From what I've heard, that's what it is. There are 5 planets that eventually you can just go to whenever you want and access them. We must find the following collectibles: all of Nyx's treasures, all galactic street food, all expert quest. I'm not sure it's a collectible, but still all planet areas. I know that this game will have Metroidvania type style where you will discover areas early in the game that you can't access, and then you upgrade certain weapons or certain lockpicks or tools, and then you can go back and access them. So it's a case of just keeping track of what you found. We must also reach maximum reputation with all factions and defeat all their ships without taking a hull damage. So yeah, that's the trophy list for Star Wars Outlaws. And you know, I think the most intriguing thing that stood out to me is that there aren't a lot of obvious automatic story related missions. Most of the trophies seem like things you need to just keep an eye out and do something for them. It's not a case of finish this mission or, you know, defeat this boss or anything like that. So it's quite a varied trophy list. I quite like it actually. Quite a bit of combat ones. There's quite a few for the speeder. There's at least 3 or 4 for the ship. Upgrade your items. Quite a few regarding wanted status and killing certain enemies. There's those 5 to do with the syndicates or the factions. There is about 3 to 4 collectible related ones. Quite a few side game ones like the arcade game, the Sabat game, and the race. 2 silvers for collecting certain gear sets, which I think, you know, you'll be doing anyway. So yeah, all in all, I'll be picking this game up on Friday. I'm very intrigued by it. I think, you know, they're hyping it up a lot with the marketing, and from what I've seen of people who've had access to it, a lot of it's been like playing the first 4 hours, which from what I've seen is very linear. When you first play the game, it's very, very linear. I think then eventually it opens up and you do have access to the open world. I say open world like that because it's 5 different planets you have to travel to. I'm intrigued to see what the combat is like because you only have the blaster gun. When you go and fight enemies, you can pick up their weapons. So you can pick up like an assault rifle or a sniper type weapon. And then once that runs out of ammo, you just drop it and you go back to your blaster. So I think visually it's going to look really good. From what I've heard, I think the graphics are going to be amazing on our new generation consoles. And yeah, I think in general, Star Wars relates quite well to video games. You know, if you play the Jedi games, Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, etc. I think they're good. They make good games. So I'm very intrigued by this. I'm not overly excited. I'm not hyping up too much. I'm quite intrigued, and I look forward to getting it on Friday, the 30th of August. So yeah, let me know in the comments if this is a day one game for you. I suspect for a few of you it's not. In the live stream I did the other night, most of you voted that you won't be getting this on day one, so that was quite interesting to hear. But yeah, next Friday, 30th of August, keep an eye out on the channel because I am going to be live streaming Star Wars Outlaws quite a bit. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and hit the like button and let me know what you think of this game in the comments, and see you on the next one. Take care, guys.